Now we move into something that we haven't seen yet so far at the IRA Regatta. We've got some championships to be decided. We are ready for the first Varsity 8s championship. That's the Division III men here. The Division III men's championship coming up here. We got our 6-boat race for the championship of Division III men's rowing here at the IRA. So what a great chance to see really good racing coming from all of these crews. So we're ready to go up at the start here. We're getting aligned. The crews are still sitting blades flat on the water. Coxswain's kind of kicking their bows around here. Got to check this lineup here. We're going to have Wesleyan in 2, Williams in 3, Bates in 4, Tufts in 5, WPI in 6, and Trinity in lane number 7 there. So Williams was kind of the class of the heats yesterday. Should be a good race from them. Wesleyan's going to certainly give them everything they can. So last year at the IRAs, it was Williams coming away with the win, Tufts and Trinity in the bronze and silver medal positions. But Coach Mandel's crew did a great job last year. Really nice work in the heats here as well yesterday. So here we go. The East, can they defend that title? Division III National Championship on the line here and medals across the board. So here we go. We've got good condition. Well, okay conditions. I wouldn't say that they're good conditions. They're challenging, but nothing that these crews haven't raced in at some point this year or trained in at home.
Yeah, these crews are able to hold these nice high stroke ratings. Coxswains are holding their point, so it's definitely a longer race with a headwind, but the conditions seem to be very even across the course right now, and the crews are all getting ready to shift into their base pace coming into this first 300 meters or so.
Yeah, and it looked like maybe a little bit of a gearing change there for Williams at about a 41, 42, maybe a little lower than they had been in the heats there, where we were in more of a calm, dead water kind of conditions. We got a little bit more headwind. Take the rate down a little bit, apply the power a little bit more on your start here, but the Eves are off to a good start. Wesleyan in that solid second place position. It's going to be a question of, can Wesleyan do it? Can they go and catch Williams here, or can Williams are they going to hold them off as we get down through the race here? Ooh, big crab there from the Wesleyan crew. Quick recovery, just a little slip in the water. As we were talking about, conditions can be a challenge. And that was just one little mistake, but they did recover very quick from that one, and we got a good overlap between the trailing 4 crews. So 500 meters in, Williams taking advantage of that little mistake by Wesleyan. Here they come, Fred. So 500, we got Williams on the lead.
Okay, very exciting. Williams out front by a full length over Wesleyan here nearest the camera crew. And then it's Tufts running in, Trinity on the inside, closest to the spectator shore, is in that third spot. And they're challenging Wesleyan here with their bow number 4, but over here on the near lane, nearest to the crew. Then it's a very, you can't separate the rest of the crews, WPI, Tufts, and Bates. Very tightly packed. So the medals right now, Williams is the toast of the field here. They've got open water, a splash. Wesleyan here is in second. And then we'll see what shakes up for the bronze. Right now, Trinity, all the way over in lane 6, is in that spot, but they're being challenged now by Bates as well as Tufts. We'll run with bow here that are challenging for that bronze spot. Try and give you a good picture. Williams is out in front, halfway through the race. Wesley's in solid second, but here comes Bates. Bates is making a big push. That's bow number 3. And they've passed Trinity into that bronze spot. Some good-looking kids in that Bates boat, big, strong boat. And they're leaving WPI and Tufts behind, with Trinity trying to claw their way back into that bronze spot. Trinity having to do that with a disadvantage of being 3 lanes apart from them. Now Bates is challenging Wesleyan for the silver. Can Bates come up? 750 meters to go. It's really tight between Wesleyan and Bates. Trinity not out of it either, as we get a good gust here. 750, the flag at the 500 meter point is waving merrily down the course, but Wesleyan putting on a big push here. Wesleyan is not going to let Bates take second just yet. Wow, what a great race between Wesleyan and Bates. Trinity trying to take that rating up to get back in the hunt for that bronze medal. That's where the motion is. 35.5. Trinity needs to go up. Bates is in second. Bates is taken second from Wes. It's tit for tat. Back and forth. We'll hand it back to the tower with a very exciting championship race.
All right, so here we go. Williams out in front. Nice race from the Eves here coming up. Really cruising now, pressing it. They want to lift that rate and go for the line, but we've got tight racing here between Bates and Wesleyan. So nice push coming from Bates in the second half of the race. Wesleyan's got to keep it composed, keep it together here as they hit that final few hundred meters here, and they get into those final red buoys.
Trinity in lane 7 also giving a charge. The race for silver and bronze is definitely heating up. I think Williams has put themselves in the position to claim the gold.
So Williams looking strong, going for the line. Coxon, Isabelle Shah, Ted Montesano, Gus Nordmeyer, Will Densmore, Owen Maier, Nick Ambeliotis, and Michael LesStrang, Collin Dent, and Noah Phipps in the bow there for the Eves. Coach Mandel's got to be pretty excited seeing his crew go back-to-back here, looking for a second national championship in a row for Williams out in front. But what a race going on for second. Wesleyan responded, I think. Wesleyan really pushed and responded as they kind of made their second move in that sprint here. Here it comes, down to the line. Williams on the lead. We got a tight race going on for second here for silver.
It's Bates, Trinity. Oh, man, what a race. Look at Wesleyan and Bates and Trinity really throwing it down for medals. This is a really going to be tight one.
Oh, they are all lifted that rate. Excellent push here. Bates coming up close, but just looks like Wesleyan just got it over Bates. Trinity with a great push over the second half to really nudge their way back into contention there. But hey, Williams coming away 2 in a row for them. That's Tufts over the line with WPI wrapping up that final. So a great grand final to kick things off. That was the first medals of the 2023 IRA National Championship. Good effort, good show by Williams. To repeat in any event is not an easy accomplishment. Williams had a great race last year, and it did the same again. We've got our times now, 6:32.4 there for Williams, 6:37.899 for Wesleyan, and 6:37.971 for Bates there in bronze. What a race. Close one for those crews. Excellent racing all around on this D3 National Championship final. What a race. There's your replay of it, and you can see it's just maybe a foot of a separation there. Wesleyan was kind of right on the finish. Bates was not. That kind of is the strongest, fastest point of the stroke, is right as you're getting that release. If you're rowing well, that's when the boat should be moving at the fastest hull speed. So we're back up to the start. We have the second championship final. We have the Division III men's second varsity eights coming up now. We have a 7-boat race. These guys didn't have heats. They had a 1-heat race for lanes here. That kind of decided things. And we have Williams over here in lane 2, Trinity in 3, Wesleyan in 4, Bates in 5, WPI in 6. Oh, sorry, that's lane 1. We're starting from lane 1 there. So that's Tufts in 6 and St. Lawrence out in lane 7. So closest to us in lane number 1 in this 7-boat race here is Williams, with Trinity right next to them, Wesleyan in 3, Bates in 4, WPI in 5. Ready to go here. Second varsities. You can see a little bit more action happening up at the start line of the races today with the wind. Coxswains have to be kind of talking to their crews, keeping it. You can see what they're doing in those middle lanes. The 2-seat is controlling the bowman's oar to kind of move the boat in, move the bow of the boat into the wind a little bit and keep yourself centered down the race course. The coxswain will then tell the crew to shift back, get into position, blades squared and ready. And we'll be off in just a few minutes here, but lane 2 looks like they're kind of still tapping things around. Lane number 1 does look ready. Here we go. We've got some good separation here. Lane number 2 had to make a bit of a course correction there. Williams off the start. As expected, Williams and Trinity in lane 2 right next to them. Trinity was a little bit off course. I think that Trinity might wander into the buoys that separate lanes 2 and 3 there, but good push. Williams again. That's the start that they wanted to see.
Looks like they straightened themselves out. They're out of danger now. Those blades are not going to be nicking those buoys. Always a surprise when you're when you're rowing along and clip a buoy.
Yep, but
Particularly at 43 strokes a minute.
Yeah, so
which is where these crews are.
Nice push from Williams as the start here. We've got Williams on the clear lead here, just 200 meters into the race here, and Williams has really separated themselves from the field here. We've got Trinity and Wesleyan in those 2 other spots for medals. Looking like a race is going to develop here for that 4th place. It's going to be interesting to see if any of these crews in 4th, 5th, 6th can contend for the top 3. But Williams out in front. Good pressure coming from the Williams second varsity to kind of get the lead established early on in the race here.
Well, the size and depth of your program really determines a lot about the speeds of your upper boats. They're just, there are not enough seats for all the people it takes to make these boats fast. So, these guys are all benefiting from no doubt their 3rd boat, and the spares are here. Trinity obviously probably got a little bit caught on their start with the alignment, and I'm sure that they're going to race right back into it after that. But Williams, the early leaders, not surprising, doing the same thing their first boat did. Bates right there showing the depth of their program. Trinity fighting for medals. This is going to be another one of those all the way to the finish line ordeals.
Wesleyan looking very, very relaxed, having that very efficient rowing there, even off of the start, and making that difference there ahead of Trinity, I think.
Yeah, and this is a good show from Williams out in front. I love when we get up above them and we can see the blade work. We can see the matching swing here from the second varsity of Williams here. But Wesleyan is sticking around. Wesleyan still staying with that overlap as we get out to the water with Fred. Wesleyan and Trinity seeing what they can do to hold those medal positions and maybe move up to challenge Williams here.
Yeah, Phil Carney's got another really good program going, and they've been consistently tough in this regatta. Not a surprise to see them right there in silver position now.
Over to you, Fred.
All right, ready to pick up the coverage here with Williams in front. And then it looks like we've got Wesleyan in second. Wesleyan a bow on stern of Williams. And then it's Trinity. Okay, come on up. That's good. We'll run with these guys right here. They're in the top 3. Then over to Tufts on the inside. They're about a third of a length behind Trinity. Then it's WPI and Bates, and trailing would be St. Lawrence. So Williams, 2V, doing the same thing their brethren did in the 1V, getting open water here in the third 500, running a comfortable race. But Wesleyan holding on to that silver spot right now. But can the crew from Tufts come up and challenge Trinity? That's where the action is. And I'd say Tufts is laying down some good strokes there. But we'll fall back just a little bit here with 7:50 to go. catch these bows and run with the middle of the pack. And it's Wesleyan being challenged here by Trinity and Tufts. Tufts about a half a length behind Trinity. Steady as she goes. This is for the medals right here. Can Tufts come up and challenge that bronze spot? And definitely getting some action also out of Bates. Bates is trying to come up and make a big push. With 500 meters to go, Williams is clearly out in front with Wesleyan and Trinity second and third.
All right, so there's Williams doing the same thing that varsity boat did. Nice push here from Williams, getting that open water lead here, and then Wesleyan taking away speed from Trinity, and Wesleyan moving well. And look at the outside here. We've got some good racing going on to see, can one of these crews from the outside move up and get into the mix here, into that final medals position here. But Williams is on your lead. Nice push coming from Williams here.
It's not a surprise to see two crews that share the Connecticut River fighting out for medals. Trinity made that good push to pull up on terms with Wesleyan. Wesleyan responded. They've recaptured the silver position, and who knows what's going to happen with Tufts over there, because they're kind of sneaking up on everybody. So the race for medals is on. They're going to be decided within the next minute because they're already within the red buoys.
And Coach Mandel's crew for this second varsity, Kevin Ryan, that coxswain, doing a nice job as a senior leader from Williams there. Ben Floyd, your stroke man. Ben Washburne in 7. Trevor Eckler, Max Mallett, Elias Sienkiewicz, Dalton Peters, Austin Conley, and Zola Baird in the bow seat for Williams in this second varsity. And here comes Williams getting across the line. We've got an excellent race going on.
Look at
here.
Bates charging up into this. They're trying to get on with Trinity.
There's Wesleyan in that silver, and then Trinity Bates with a great push to finish the race strong. Tufts coming across the line, tough as well there. So really good show from those top 4 crews. Bates really put it on at the end there to try to sneak into the medals. And we got WPI crossing the line now and following up with St. Lawrence here as well. So a good second Varsity 8 championship here. First time ever running this event at the IRA. So this 2023 championship.
What an exciting thing for Williams for sure. Just about to note that, Steve, that, to be the first crew to take that gold medal and, for the Division III schools, what an accomplishment. And hello. Hi, Dave.
Hey, welcome, Colleen.
Thanks so much.
Great to have you back on the team.
Absolutely thrilling racing. I've been following along yesterday and today, and more exciting racing to come.
Well, semifinals day and now finals is one of the most exciting days for a lot of reasons.